Hi, and welcome to your chart reading. So, before I begin, I wanted to give you some definitive clarity on what you came to do because it's not a small thing you came to do. When you have planets in this 10th house, those are things that are seen by the world. Like this is authority figures, managers, boss energy here, right? If you were here to do something small, it would be down here in these areas. Please note the only thing that you have down here that's of significance is the fact that when you get done, you just want to like chill in the house and take care of your kids and work on nurturing your creativity and your inner child. Everything else you're doing is out in the world. So let's see what you had going on before you got here. Okay, so what are the main traits that she came to share in the world? What are the main traits she came to embody? And I had to look up at the name and I was like, dang, I wrote her username, not her real name. It's cool. It's cool. I'm tapping into the frequency of you. So you wanted to share information that you had learned, particularly those things that in some way were channeled through you. And let me show you the card for it. It's like something, and I mean, you do have a Scorpio Sun and Mercury. An ancestor is whispering through you to share powerful messages. Okay. Pioneer, somebody doing something that has not been done before, but also something that is heart-centered, heart-based, something important to your mission. That is backed up with this card because look at the hearts there. Now, the card is the Virgin, maintaining symbolic purity of heart and spirit. That lets me know that you are some form of spiritual worker, but in artistic form. I hope that triggered some stuff in you because I'm about to go through the chart now. So I'm actually going to start with the 12th house. The 12th house is the house that represents your time in the womb, endings, karma, what you have left over to fulfill, right? For you, you have maternal and paternal. Hold on. Yeah, it's maternal and paternal. You're clearing out masculine karma for both sides of your family. Now, most of it's your dad's. Whatever happened with his family, it doesn't seem like a lot of the work that they did rolled over for other people not to have to work. I know that sounds funny, but generational wealth or a business that continues to bring wealth into the family, even property, is something that counts for remnants that typically get left over by the masculine side, right? Proof of their work, proof of their labor through life. That hasn't been done, it appears. So you into this bloodline, a karmic bloodline, right? The family that you were born into is not actually your soul family. It feels like it's important for you to know that. But you volunteered to assist them. Bottom line, you volunteered, had to make sure no sound was coming through. Sorry. You volunteered to assist them through creating something in your career that would roll over beyond this lifetime. You also have soul tribe karma. So if you came across any people that were immediately drawn to you or repelled, these are people that you had past life connections with. There is a particular group or humanitarian cause that you wanted to do good work for to clear the board for something that happened in another lifetime. I'm getting a little bit of, as I'm thinking, like religious dogma. Like maybe you worked for the church. Because at first I was going to say like a cult. Only you would know. But it could be a cult. Some religions are seen as a cult, right? But you want to fix the belief system that you sort of helped force on them in this life by giving them back freedom through what you teach this time around. That's a powerful mission, right? So, business and helping people, first and foremost. That was what you came here to clear the debt on. And somehow that impacted you while you were in the womb. I don't know if your family moved or they had hardships while you were in utero. A lot of your mom's emotions you took on during her pregnancy. Also, your relationship with your mom was a karmic one. It seems like there might have been some emotional restrictions that happened. But ironically enough, that was so you would be prepared to be a boss, to be emotionally detached at a level that allowed you to say what you needed to say without you having to worry about feelings. That's the easiest translation I could give you for that. But let's get to this rising. Your rising is technically at a Cancer degree. So you're a sneaky lunar rising. So you're a mom for a specific group of people. And the flame, which is your Vesta, right? The flame that you're carrying to make this happen is your belief in humanity, your belief in a better world, your belief that you can see change in your lifetime. And you wanted to be a part of that. So part of your mission is for other people and self-sacrificial. I know that's wild, right? But Aquarius is for the people, and Pisces is a dissolution of self. So when other people see you, they see themselves. Like sometimes they don't even see you, they see the reflection of their traits. But somebody who stands out in a unique way because you are the rebel. This second house is how you're meant to earn your money in this lifetime, how you magnetize things towards you. You don't have anything in this house except for a big turning point in your way of thinking that sprinkles or it charges your part of fortune. Your part of fortune is your sprinkle of luck, right? So this gives me the energy of somebody who has went through depression all their life, then suddenly well, it's never suddenly when you go through depression, right? The depression becomes something that they learn how to manage and work with and heal from. And all of the knowledge that you got from healing your own trauma becomes the gift that you're able to give out in your job. That's exactly what this gives me. Before that, you did not know what your values or your worth was. And you're starting to come into an understanding of what that is at this time. Over like the last 2 years, you've been starting to feel like, okay, I think I might got it. But with the North Node in Pisces right now, your channelings, you're surrendering, you're being open to receive, especially ideas, is where you're going to find your power. This Aries energy of yourself is connected to your mind. You have the mind of a warrior, a fighter. And that's because you are fighting for peace. That's what the Taurus energy next to that means. You fight for peace, you fight to build, you fight to create, you fight for wealth. And by wealth, I mean something that goes on beyond just money. This means you fight for your sense of self-worth, the products that you own, like your stuff, your clothes, your house. You fight to create. It's like there were a lot of setbacks placed on you so that you would be able to help other people that had similar setbacks in the future. Like nobody can tell you that something can't be done because you faced insurmountable odds, is the feeling here. And that's actually what your Chiron at the 25th degree in the fourth house is. This means that you had a self-worth or self-esteem wound that was developed through your mom's side when you were a child. This also means that you are the wounded healer based on this. When you are at home, your desire for peace and the ways that you find that also fuel you. You can take the tips that you use for yourself and share those with other people, and they will find those evolutionary. Like you have been through the ringer with self-discovery. It feels like you could possibly even turn some of the modalities or techniques that you used into something that you could share with other people for them to use for themselves based upon you just being an innate healer. This rules your first house. This Banks over here, which you have retrograde, and this is retrograde too, which means that they were held back till a later date. Like you had to develop an age before anybody would listen to like your journey, or maybe until you got to the point in your healing where you would not pass on pain to other people, but you would pass on empowerment because that's what I'm sensing here. But this is also a self degree at the 13th degree. That's your karmic inheritance, right? Yours is in your mind. You will have a business that allows you to work from home, or you are meant to have a business that is allowing you to work from home. This is backed up by the fact this Maki, crazy sounding asteroid, right? Which is the ability to take your visualizations and ground them into reality. This is at the 28th degree. 28th degree rules your home, and your moon rules your home. You have that in Capricorn, which is business. You are going to work from home, writing, teaching, speaking, building over time. This fifth house, which is your unique expression, how you share yourself with the world, right? Through your thoughts, through your words, through your intellect, how your mind works. But there's also this nurturing like mom energy. And I mentioned earlier that that's where you want to come land at. You want to have a nice time just taking care of yourself for the rest of your life at the end after you fulfill your karmic debt to sharing this information with other people. But part of your balance between yourself is sharing you in all the parts that you typically got used to keeping to yourself because nobody really reinforced your greatness or your self-esteem. And then keeping them to yourself for a little bit and nurturing them, refilling your own cup. That's going to be the basis for how you nurture your creativity because the sixth house is the house of things you have to do on a daily basis in order to take care of your body, your human, your routine, but also for your job. And a lot of the stuff we discussed in your thing was about your career and what you should do going forward, right? So working with women, working for women, helping children, but sharing your creativity, being a motivator, uh, being an inspiration to others comes up here. Logos is where the word of God is made manifest for you to hear. You hear it when you're at work. You hear it when you're in isolation. It comes to you through other people too, because it's conjuncture descendant. But it's like other people will back up what you were already sort of hearing in your head to reaffirm it to you in the first place. But you, with this having, or sorry, with you having this in the sixth house, it's pretty much you being in charge of reaffirming the word of God to other people. Because once again, this was retrograde or held back so that you would be mature enough, it's the best way I can say it, to discern the messages as you go along. Before other people were just bouncing them back to you and you had to be like, oh, okay, I guess I do know what I'm talking about. Now you're supposed to be able to walk it like you talk it, like you know when a message is meant for you delivered. This is the 15th degree, which rules your Gemini energy and your banks. You get paid for message delivery through your job, whatever job that is that you choose to do. So your seventh house, we discussed marriage and love, and you were like, if you could just hint on that a little bit, right? So it's coming up. This is the South Node, right? This is where something is being developed from the past, coming back into fruition. You will be finding a new level of self and your identity as the North Node comes up here. But this South Node is going to go through your seventh house of marriage and partnerships and contracts. So over the course of, what is this, the next 2 years, next two and a half? Because the South Node doesn't enter Leo until July of next year. So absolutely, over the next 2 years, some things are going to change in your creativity, in your job, in your work, what you do, first and foremost. The connections that you make, maybe even a new best friend. But during this time, you will also find somebody that is a romantic interest that will be coming to the forefront. So now I have to pull cards. So what do you need to know about this romantic interest? What does she need to know about the partner that she will meet when the South Node is in Leo? They're very healing. That's always great, right? Ooh, also mystical. Also somebody very spiritual. A teacher. Didn't I say they were very healing though? A teacher, maybe somebody you'll meet while you're doing your job. Like y'all might be in a similar field. So a destroyer, right, is somebody who helps you break through your own walls, your own limitations, and also a rebel. So the reason why you find them while you're finding yourself in work, and the companion was the card that popped up in there, is because if you've never had the my mind said gumption, the gall to jump out there and start doing what's really on your heart, what's really in your passion, you wouldn't have came across this person because this person is about following their passions, even if other people don't understand, or it's not a usual business, or it's not something that makes a gazillion bucks or something. This is a heart-based relationship that you will be getting into, which is in alignment with the career or the job that you're going to start doing for yourself, but absolutely a business, right? So this eighth house, this rules your sun, your career house, your sense of self-worth. So much of your chart was based upon You finding a way to manage your mental health in balance, like your seasons would go. So it's not about avoiding the lows or not having them anymore. It was about you finding a way to manage the times when those old childhood feelings or that old darkness came up, and you're still able to prosper instead of the times where the darkness would knock you down and you wouldn't be able to do anything. It's not that the times go away, but you change so they don't ruin everything that you built before that wave hits. This 15th degree Reiki, which is your healing energy, is lined up with your source energy, your logos. You will speak healing over other people. That's why it's like this mission is like it's kind of not about you. My hair doing something weird over here. I'm sorry, I keep trying to fix it. Like I need to wash it. Uh, but Source is speaking through you. Like I said, you get paid per message. And that sounds funny, but it's because you're speaking what other people need to hear over them. You're giving them a flame of faith, is what I'm getting. So note that this Pluto, your big transformation, the contract you had in this life, and the 29th degree is like a final exam that you have. Yours was in changing dark to light. Your family's dark to light because of that 28th degree. And bringing what you visualize, that maki maki, into reality, especially in regards to your partnership and what you wanted in a relationship. Maybe you did not see that growing up. And that is in the sign of Libra, which rules your seventh house. This wasn't meant to happen for you until after 30 anyway, because you had to change all the toxic stuff that was learned from it's kind of both sides of your family. Like you were suppressed so that you can unfold somewhere where it was safe for you. Like your diamond might have been stomped out if it had been recognized that early. Instead, it was just sort of neglected and it was left for you to find it later on. Like, holy crap, nobody noticed this bag of money. I'll just keep this for myself. But the bag of money is you. So your midheaven is your career house, but it's your idea of heaven on earth, what you want to be known to the world as. You see all these planets up here? That means right now, at this time, you are getting so many pings about what you're meant to be doing. Happy birthday, by the way. So many pings about what you're meant to be doing. So Jupiter at the 22nd degree is the same as your moon. You are building a soul tribe, a group of people that are going to follow you based on what you talk about because your sun, although it's in Scorpio, it's at a Gemini degree, just like your logos. And even though your banks is not at a Gemini degree, itself, you are your money, but it's in the sign of Gemini. So much is about so much of this. And there goes that 28th degree again. Changing your mind to bring your visualizations into reality and then sharing your thoughts as a guru for other people who are seeking light. Your unique genius, which is what Palace is based on your experience. Your money, which is your Venus, is based on you sharing that experience and the changes that you've made in your life. Uranus, which is the radical change in your chart, and the soul tribe you belong to is at the fourth degree of the family. Everything in your life was about creating a branch better than the one you came from, and then telling other people how to do the same. You see this Uranus at the fourth degree? Your abundance, your wealth that you have been seeking, that you went through all of this for, is what you're meant to get first before you're able to do the retirement thing. But guess what? Because of this Aquarius over here and you being like a mom for a group of people, the only way you get your bag is by creating this business that touches people who live far beyond you. This is a belief that our job that is spiritual. You could be a professor, you could teach higher education to people. You could be in publishing, like you could write and a book could inspire people. You could do a podcast, you could do something with media. But your gold or your gifts that you give out is the healing energy. The 22nd degree is a Capricorn degree. Notice that. Let me zoom this in while I'm looking like this. I know you are. This 22nd degree rules your moon. That's your family. But your series, which is what you needed for nurturing while you were growing up and just in general. That's what you're going to be giving to other people. You literally don't have to do anything but show up and share your thoughts. What excites you, what you've been discovering, that self that you have been hiding inside. And it still is like there's a little bit of hard ass in there, but that's because you're not going to let anybody beat themselves up and talk them out of their destiny because so many people tried to do it to you. You are going to be empowering people online in some way, shape, or form that fits with your comfort level. This could even be in a particular community. If it's not up online, it's not up to you. But when I think about the fact that so much of your stuff is getting to work from home or to work for women or to work with children or something, I think about being at home. But you could work at a daycare. You can work at a community center. You can work anywhere where you are allowed to share your positive turnaround from the darkness that was your original experience and how you made it against all odds. Your journey only gets to see the gold when you share what has happened with other people. You're gonna love that Scorpio, huh? Have a good day.